Hello, Cruising World. Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Monday. Monday is tips and cruising traditions, which I have one of this weekday. Aren't you excited? I know I am. All right, let's get straight to it. I got some tips from you, the Cruising World, this week. I need more, though. That's all I'm going to say. So I've got one from Andrew L. I got a cruising tradition from Peggy. Oh, looks like I printed that out twice. I've got one from Hans, my friend Hans, who I met on the celebration. So we'll do those this week. And then next week, I got one from Charlie V, one from Dave, and then back to me. Because it looks like I got a lot of pages here, but these are old ones I've just read out recently. Throw them away. Anyways, so I'm running low, people. I need more tips. Send them to me. Send them to me. If you've been in the piano bar, you'll know what that song was. Anyway, first off, Andrew L. And again, as I say every week, I get, you're probably bored of me saying it. I haven't read these tips yet. I know one tradition because it says you asked for traditions. But I read them live. So I react to them as we go. So I haven't read them. Anyway, here we go. Andrew L. Hello, Mick. Love your YouTube channel. As you should, Andrew L. As you should. My cruise tip is to pack a small water spray bottle and some lavender oil. When hanging up your clothes in the wardrobe, fill the bottle with water. I say it how I say it. Add a few drops of lavender oil and spray the clothes. This is a fiber relaxant and wrinkles will fall out like magic. It didn't sound like magic, I added that. It's called, what's the word you can use? Writers allow, and there's some word for it where I can add what I want. It is also great to spray around the cabin and bathroom as a disinfectant / deodorizer. What a great tip, Andrew. So I'll read that to you again in case you missed it. My cruise tip is to pack a small water spray bottle and some lavender oil. When hanging up your clothes in the wardrobe, fill the bottle with water. See, you can't say that, can you? You'll say fill the bottle with water because you can't say bottle and water. It's a knack. Add a few drops of lavender oil and spray the clothes. This is a fiber relaxant and wrinkles will fall out. It is also great to spray around the cabin and bathroom as a disinfectant / deodorizer. I'm going to try that. I have never done that. I'm not going to lie. We try and smuggle on a steamer. Ha ha ha! It's been caught once. And I don't feel bad about it. And I've said this many times before. If you can take on a hair curling tong, whatever it is, that heats up, right? It's got to be more dangerous than a steamer. So no, I don't feel bad about bringing on the steamer. Not at all. Anyway, that's always the biggest challenge. Did the steamer make it? One time on Mardi Gras, they confiscated it. One time. I'll give you a tip. If you are taking something on a cruise ship and you're back to back and you've got friends on the first week but not the second week and you're not sure it's going to get on, give it to them to bring on the first week. Then worst case scenario, if it gets hijacked, which is what I call it, they'll get it back at the end of the week and then give it to you for the second week. Boom. Isn't that great? Anyways, so yes, thank you, Andrew L. Great tip. I'm going to try that. I'm going to get some lavender oil. I don't know where you buy lavender oil, but I'll find it. All right, now I've got a cruising tradition from Peggy. I would normally do a shot glass exchange. I will message John Heald ahead of time and he sets the room up and supplies prizes for those who attend. One year, I even painted a picture that went with the shot glass I provided for a swap. Brilliant. I know John Heald does a lot of stuff like that. I don't know if he'll be able to do it for everybody if suddenly everybody started asking, but get in there while you can, because he does do things for people like that. Yeah, shot glass exchange. I see a lot of this on the Facebook pages where people will do like a cabin tour so people can get to see each other's cabins. Shot glass exchanges, I've seen that before. What else have I seen? cabin decoration tournaments. You know, you go around and look at all that stuff. One of my friends, Dave and Samantha, they put some brilliant decorations up on the wall. Somebody stole them off the door. Why? What have you got to gain from that? What are you going to do? Put them on your door? Somebody's going to see them. No, you stole them and put them in your bag for a future cruise, you nasty person. Whatever. No, don't do that. That's almost as bad as putting your towels out in the morning and coming back 3 hours later. Ugh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyway, yes. So there you go. So Peggy's tradition is to do a shot glass exchange. What are your traditions? I want to hear them. Everybody's got one. The cruise is, you know, if you cruise more than once, you've got a tradition. I'll guarantee it. What's the first thing you do when you get on the ship, for example? You always do. You always got habits. We are creatures of habit, people. We know we are. As I always say, these ships up there, we do a pub crawl every cruise and I have all the bartenders sign it. Although they stopped selling them and I've only got about 16 left. So 16 more cruises, I'm going to have to think of something else for them to sign. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, that sounded weird, didn't it? I got like something stuck in my throat there. Hans, my good friend Hans, he said, number one, he'd give me two. Number one, go to muster drill. Not really a tip, is it, Hans? It's a requirement. Just saying. But you need to go there before you have 2 drinks. Because after your first drink, if you try and get a second one, sometimes 2, sometimes 1, they will not serve you another drink until you go to muster drill. Just get it done and out of the way. It's so simple. Your muster drill station will be on your boarding pass. Get on the ship, go there, get it done, and then you can relax the rest of your cruise. It's my advice. So yes, number one, go to muster drill. Number 2, did you know this? I knew this, but I always forget. That there is a main dining room secret dessert menu. There's also a main dining room secret menu. You can ask for the Filipino special, I think it is, and you get some Filipino food. I forget exactly what it is. Julie's done it before. But there are some secret things on the menu. It's kind of like In-N-Out in California. You've got to know what you're asking for or you don't get it. But Hans says, here's MDR, main dining room secret, is on the dessert menu. Order a banana split from the kids menu. I do like a banana split myself. I'm going to have to do that on my next cruise, which happens to be in about 7 days. And by the time you watch this video, I'm back from it. Because I'm pre-recording these videos. I'll let you know how it was in a future video. But I am going to get myself a banana split from the kids menu. But there's definitely other secret menu items on there. You have to know about them and ask for them. So make sure you do that. So yeah. So tip from Andrew. Tip and a half from Hans, because go to muster drill. I don't really consider that a tip. I'm going to call foul, red card, yellow card, booking on that one. It's not really a tip, it's a requirement when you go on a ship. And Peggy's cruising tradition. So let me think of another one I can give you as a tip. Just a reminder of an old one that I did. Now I'm thinking about it, because this came across the other day. This is a weird one, and it's something to definitely be aware of. You may or may not be aware, but you can now use your onboard credit in advance of the cruise to pay for stuff. Like a lot of people were getting the $600 onboard credit from COVID cancellations, and those cruises are coming around if they haven't already done so. So you have $600, say for that, for example. And it's an extreme amount, but a lot of people had it. Track what you use it on if you use it online in advance, because, and I've noticed this when I send out to my clients and I send them out updated confirmations and invoices, if they had $600 on board credit and they used $400, when I send them an updated form showing they made a payment, it still shows $600 on board credit, even if they've used some of it on their account. What I mean by that is, say you order a shore excursion, or a steakhouse dinner, whatever. So your shore excursion was $150, your steakhouse was $40, whatever it is now, $42, I don't know what it is now. So that should have come off the $600, and it has come off the $600. But it is not going to show on the invoice, at least the ones that I send to clients. I found the only way to really find out how much onboard credit you have left, and it's really a weird way of doing it, is to go online, log into your account, go to your cruise, go like you're going to buy a shore excursion, find the most expensive one you have there. Then what will happen is it will come up and it should say, cha-ching, you have onboard credit you can use for this if you've got any left. And then when you go to check out, it will tell you how much onboard credit you have available to pay for that cruise, for that excursion. So it's a weird way of doing it, but unless somebody's got a better way of finding out, and if you know a better way, put it in the comments, please, because ever since they allowed you to start using your onboard credit in advance of the cruise, which I love, it's great, but it's hard to track it because they don't update it as you go. It stays the same until you get on board the ship. You won't know unless you do it this way. But again, if somebody knows another way, please let me know. So to clarify that, because it sounds a bit complicated, if you knew you had onboard credit and you had $200, we'll change the amount, $200, right? But you can't remember if you used any of it to pay for anything, right? First thing you should do is look at your booking and order details, see if you've got anything on there, because you probably use onboard credit for it. But by the by, so you can't work it out, you just don't know. And your confirmation says you've got $200 onboard credit, but you think you used some of it. Go into your booking, try and buy the most expensive shore excursion you can, as in way more than $200 onboard credit. And when you get to the final payment page, it will tell you if you have onboard credit you can apply towards it, and if so, how much. This is why you do the most expensive one. So if you had $150 left out that $200, it's going to say you have $150 to apply to it. If you pick out a short excursion that's only $70, it's going to say you have $70 to do it. It won't tell you if you have overage, like the extra 80 or whatever. So that's how I have to do it. So I'd love to know a better way. This is where you can come in and help me. All right. I'm going to cough. That was not very professional, I know, but stuff happens. I would love you to subscribe to my little channel. I would love you to send me any questions you have. And almost more importantly, I've only got one more week's worth of tips to give out from you lot. And you lot are wonderful, by the way. That's not a derogatory term. And then I've got to do my own again. And I'm running out. So I want yours. Send me your tips. Send me your cruising traditions and I will read them out on air. I guarantee it. Because again, I don't read them till I get here and I read them live. So I'm not going to vet them. They're all going to get read no matter what they are. And whether I agree with them or not, it doesn't matter, because what my opinions are don't really matter as long as they are agreeable to you. You're not going to agree to all these tips I read out. You're not going to do all the tips I read out. But, you know, if one helps, we've achieved our mission. Right? Boom. And with that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.